Hi, we got Tim from Shamrock Cycles, and we are fascinated with a couple bikes that he brought us. So Tim, tell us about this one.
Yeah, sure. I brought a few different bikes for the show, but these are probably the ones that I'm the most proud of because I'm a big fan of function and practicality. So a bike needs to do ideally more than a couple of things and do them fairly well. I've always been a proponent and a longtime fan of the 650B tire, particularly for suspension, and that I think it makes a lot of sense. And you know, when I started riding 650B a couple of years ago, I immediately liked it better than 26-inch. And I don't necessarily think it'll replace 29er, but I did think it would replace 26-inch. Got rid of all my 26-inch wheel bikes. So I'm just 29er, just 650B, particularly for kind of an all-mountain trail bike, which is what this is. So it's 5-inch travel, front and rear, 650B specific fork from the guys over at White Brothers, who have also been longtime advocates for the 650B movement. The Ventana rear assembly, which is 650B specific. So it's, you know, the geometry is set up for 650B. This is not a retrofitted 26-inch. This is not a scaled down 29er. It's 650B through and through. And I tell you, I absolutely am smitten with the way that it rides. The paint on it, admittedly, is a little over the top. I have a guy where I will paint many of the bikes myself. This one was actually painted by actually a hot rod guy in Indy, and he had, you can tell he has kind of a late 60s, early 70s hot rod feel to it, kind of a Scooby-Doo mystery wagon, if you will. But it actually translates really well to the bike, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It's a well put together bike. It's not designed to be overly flashy, admittedly the paint is, but in terms of group set, in terms of spec, it's designed to be an all-day bike. It's something that can be comfortable, ridden all day, perform well, pushed into race service if need be. You know, it's not an overly heavy bike. You're looking at something for an all-steel bike, very sensible build, probably something on the order of 27 and a half pounds. And I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I'm not trying to build the lightest bike in the world. I'm trying to build a practical, sensible bike, one that you don't have to worry about or think about. So this is a 650B. I'm certainly hoping that more and more people kind of get on board. We start to see more manufacturers push tires and wheel choices and fork choices because I do really genuinely believe that there's a market for this.
How tall is the rider for this bike, and what kind of rider?
This particular rider, he's 5'11", thereabouts. So, you know, I mean, if you were to look at kind of an off the peg, it would probably be something on the order of maybe a 19 and a half or so. If you were to kind of look for, you know, kind of a spec geometry is how it would check out. One of the other benefits of 650B is if you have someone that wants to try a bigger wheel like a 29er, I don't build 29ers for someone maybe shorter than 5'9" or so. It's about as low as I'll go. Because then you have to start doing kind of some really funky things with the fork. And if you're using a suspension fork, you're kind of locked into what they can give you, and then toe overlap becomes an issue, and just a lot of problems. 650B gives a nice alternative. It gives a bigger wheel solution to the shorter rider without having to do a lot of very crazy things to make it work. So,
well, I'm delighted to hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fine example of 650B.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.